You're probably starting to spend a little more time in the garden or playing with the kids in the yard, and thieves are watching to see if you let your guard down when you do that.
Oh, yes, they are. Are you leaving the door unlocked, the garage wide open? The FBI reports larceny and theft are common this time of the year. Our Kim DeGiulio joins us now live with all of the reminders to protect your home. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. So let's be real. If you get anything stolen, it is not a good feeling, but especially if you get something taken from inside of your garage or inside of your car, that can be really rattling. I know it's happened to me before. Something was stolen from inside of my car, and it's just this feeling of feeling so violated. So we want to make sure that it doesn't happen to you. Take a look at these statistics here. Now, according to the FBI, the most recent data from Michigan, more than 104,000 reports of larceny were logged in the year 2022. Now, over $100,000 of those items were reported stolen that year. The worst part, that many people get away with it. Only 11,000 people were charged out of those 104,000 reports in 2022. So the best way to not become part of that statistic in 2025 is to be proactive. It is that time of the year where you want to get outside, work on the lawn, work on the yard, but you also want to make sure that you're protecting your valuables. So who better to help us with that than our crime and safety expert, Darnell Blackburn.
Yeah, Kim, you often want to get outside and you work, and sometimes you know your neighbors and you don't know your neighbors, but we have a false sense of security. So we want to make sure that you always think about the security of your home and your valuables.
All right, so we're here at one of our producers' houses, and I'm ready to get some yard work done. It's beautiful out. So first thing, let's see what's in the garage.
All right, hold up. Let's
What?
talk about this. The first thing, this door is unsecured. We just randomly walked up to an unsecured garage, got out of our vehicle, walked up. So that's the first challenge. You got to find a way to secure this garage door so that nobody just comes and takes your valuables that's in the garage. So that's our first challenge.
Good advice. All right, we've got a lot of trimming to do around the corner there. So we need to get these, and this will be good for the dirt. Okay, so head over this way, and right in this back corner is what really needs attention.
All right, hold up. Before you go there, let's think about this. You're about to walk to an area where if you get to the back of the garage, you really can't see what's going on. So we left the door open. Our best bet is to close the garage door because it makes it a lot less likely that somebody's going to just come and steal all the valuables. So as you're back here, you got to think about this. When you get to the back of this garage, you can't see anything that's going on in front of the house. So one thing you have to be mindful of is you have to be listening and be aware. Also, keep in mind, you got a door back here too. A lot of times you may be working and you may want to have your door open or your front door open. Make sure the door to your house is locked as well so that nobody can just come in and get your property or your valuables. So just have to always keep your head on a swivel and be mindful of the fact that you're here and that distracts you and someone that can easily come and steal your stuff.
Because even though I'm home, I'm not home.
Absolutely.
So the house should be secure.
Absolutely.
Because I could get really into this right now.
Yes.
Oh, it needs it. You know, you just get into the zone, so always be mindful, as Darnell Blackburn gave us that great advice. And a lot of times thieves, they're not looking to go in your garage and steal your car. They're looking to commit petty larceny, which is when they're taking things like a lawnmower, a bike, or things like that that are below the value of $500. So this is why a lot of times they go uncharged.
Or your golf clubs, because that happened to me.
Oh, really?
This is years ago, but
that would be so sad.
Yeah, it was. Sunglasses out of my car before,
and that's also why they probably don't get reported or solved, because you don't notice it for a couple days or maybe even a week goes by.
Yeah, you just have to really stay vigilant and think about it. Maybe it's an extra step. You got to open and close the garage a bunch of times, but it's worth it. Thank you, Kim and Darnell.
Exactly. Thanks.